What are we cooking?
We are cooking some pierogies.
Oh my god, can you sound any more robotic?
Yes, ma'am.
What are pierogies?
Pierogies are delicious food that you can get from Costco.
Only when the trade show is there.
Yes, but we banned those Satan worshippers forever.
Satan worshippers?
Yes,
Realize that was my job, right?
that was your job. Now they're Satan worshippers.
Say that again.
They are Satan worshippers. And
You see, there was such a straight face.
the people who work there,
Okay, no, okay. What is a pierogi?
it's breaded
Not bread.
goodness. What is it?
You don't know?
I don't know.
It's pasta shells with mashed potato filling.
Yes,
And what type of pierogies do we have?
we have cheese and Mexican jalapeno.
No, we have cheese and then spicy cheese.
Cheese and spicy cheese.
Spicy cheese is obviously for the Mexican right there. And then I like the regular cheese.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're going to show you guys how to cook them. It's actually really easy. And then it's our own personal recipe too that we added into it. Let's get started. Smile. Like act like you're happy or something. First step, you just add a little bit of oil so that obviously the pierogies don't stick to the pan. Second step, put the pierogies in the pan. Have it preheated if you can. We just have it on medium-ish to high heat. Don't do high heat because then they cook too fast and they tend to burn, because that's a pain. It really is a pain. Just lay them flat as possible like that, which is perfect. Otherwise, if you layer them too much at a time, then they don't cook thoroughly and it takes even longer. It should just take about 10 minutes of frying it. Stir them around a bit, get the oil coating both sides, so flip them over as needed. You'll know they're both coated when they look kind of like tannish compared to the white right there. And then just start to let them cook about 5 minutes on each side. Best way to check though if they're cooked, cut one in half when they're done and stick your finger in it. And if the potatoes on the inside are warm, then you're good to go because it's just a potato. Just gotta get them warm. Heat them and eat them, I always say, right?
Yep.
Okay, now that we have our pierogies done, beautifully brown, that one's a little bit too brown, but hey, at least they're his and not mine. So what I like to do is I like to put them together with some ground beef or some type of steak, like chopped up steak really nicely, as well as cheese and sour cream, and of course salt and pepper, just to mix it all up together like a stir fry. So first, to do it, you want to put salt and pepper in the pan, like sprinkle it around a little bit. Sprinkle it around a little bit, okay, okay. A little bit more, okay, we're good. And then add some salt everywhere. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to put the hamburger ground beef in there. Okay, you want to slowly, closer to the pan, drop the meat into the pan. Hopefully you pick something easier than one of these tubes, because these tubes are so hard to get it out. The easiest way to open a ground beef tube like this, though, is either cut off the end with some really good scissors, but if you don't have good scissors, like we don't, do it with a knife and just chop off the end as much as you can and then squish it out like we're doing here. Okay, now we're just going to ground the beef, which all you got to do is you got to chop it up into tiny little pieces as best you can, and you keep stirring it as much as possible, otherwise it'll burn fast around the whole pan until it turns brown, because right now it's nice and red, but when it's good, it'll be nice and brown. See, we're about halfway done now. It's halfway pink and then halfway brown. Nice and brown, that's all we want. So our meat is finally done cooking, and we've been having it on medium heat until now, because we're going to put it on to simmer and then add some cheese to it. We got our Mexican cheddar jack here, because we're a Mexican family. I usually do a whole bag. No, well, yeah, because I love cheese. But I'm thinking 2 or 3 maybe. Like handfuls. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny because there's cheese inside the pierogies and now there's cheese in the beef mixture too. And normally you could cook this all together, like do your beef, throw in the pierogies, or pierogies first and then beef, doesn't really matter. Then add your cheese and sour cream and whatever else you'd like, salt and pepper it. But we are both eating different types of pierogies and we don't want to get them mixed up or confused. Otherwise I'll end up dying because I don't like eating jalapenos. And it'll kill me. So yeah. Now Christian doesn't like sour cream, so he's just going to stick to cheese and meat. with his pierogies, but I'm gonna add sour cream to the last half because it's just delicious. Okay, I actually drained out the oil because I didn't want that much oil. And I'm doing about 2 or 3 spoonfuls, 3 maybe, of sour cream in there. Go. Give me that sour cream. And I'm probably going to add about 2 or 3 more scoops of cheese on top. Okay, we're good. There we go. Added some cheese, sour cream, mixed it all up nicely. And then we got our dinner. Of course, I would recommend adding veggies. We just didn't have time and we forgot. So, yeah. Again, this is the Taco Addicts making some pierogies and ground beef and whatnot. Thank you, honey, for cooking.
You're welcome.
I know how difficult that can be when I can't take control.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. You gonna say goodbye to people?
No. Adios.
Make sure you subscribe.
Bye.
Oh my god, he made a mess again. Wow.